So it's time for the big finale of the Entertainment District arc of Demon Slayer. It's a little bit of an oversized episode. I thought it was going to be like double sized, but it's more like an episode and a half, like 1.5 size based on the runtime here. I'm seeing 32 minutes and 39 seconds. So, given that it's a little bit longer than usual and that we've all been waiting for this, I don't want to spend any more time trying to ramble during the preamble. So, let's see what we got to wrap this story up. Wow, and we just see our three principals all screaming, coming together to cut off, the decapitation going on, the simul decap. Yeah. Oh man, we got a nice double defeat, double decapitation with those heads flying through the night sky with embers behind it from all the flame. Even the moon itself looks like it's on fire in that scene they gave us. And yeah, this is where we wound up with the two decapitated heads kind of face to face inverted. That's where we wound up on that last episode, isn't it? And here we have one-armed Uzui. Well, two arms, but one hand. Got a little Luke Skywalker action going on. We got some blood sickles swirling. What's going on? Is he surviving yet again? Is this yet another trick? Oh, this is that final explosion, that death curse is what I referred to it as last time, isn't it? So we get to see what the fallout is of that death curse and who did survive, who got caught up in the blast radius. What are we dealing with? We get to find out. And there it is. There's the big blast that leveled multiple city blocks here in the Entertainment District. There's Nezuko flying out. Some blood demon art there with Nezuko. She's awake. We didn't see this last time. Like she's neutralizing all those destructive blood sickles that were coming out of Gyutaro. Wow. That was a nice opening there. That flowed well. No matter how many lives is the name of the episode. So that makes me think it was worth it to defeat the demon, despite a lot of people clearly died in this interchange. And it looks like it's Nezuko trying to nudge Tanjiro back into consciousness there. Yeah. Opened his eyes, and I don't know if he has any idea what's going on. He's seeing all the destruction. The whole area just leveled. Like there was never even a town there almost. It's all just rubble. I mean, it looks awful. Natural disaster level, just horrible here. Wow. This looks like the kind of thing you just can't even rebuild from. That's the end of the Entertainment District forever. Oh man, I forgot about his mangled fingers too. Look at those little purple twisted digits on his right hand. Is he too weak to stand even? So weak in the knees. He's exhausted himself in this battle. I mean, I think that's understandable, right? Like his body has to realize what it's been through now. It had to deny the pain and everything. And there's that poison. I kind of forgot about the poison too. Zenitsu's out there calling for Tanjiro, so he survived the blast. And then, of course, if Inosuke could survive being stabbed through the heart by moving his internal organ. Oh, he's like piggyback riding on Nezuko. It was kind of one of the funnier things I've seen. And Zenitsu's been in his sleep battle trance so long that now he's absolutely feeling all this pain at once. His snot bubble turning into a big snot drip hanging like a loogie out of his nose there. Oh, he's apparently set eyes on Inosuke. Oh, he can hear him. Yeah, Zenitsu has that hearing. So he hears that heartbeat getting fainter and fainter. So they got to go rescue the Beast Boy over here. You can't forget about your boar-headed buddy. Oh, man. Help him out. He's been through a lot. Look at what rough shape his body's in, too. Like it's been burned. Oh, no. Is he going to discover some healing technique here? Oh, the sunlight might burn away the demon's poison. That's a good thought. I never would have thought of that. Oh, yeah, Lady Shinobu can always heal him with her stuff. And she's immune to the poison where she's got that insect style. Isn't she kind of who created the Wisteria, too? Oh, Nezuko's blood demon art has a healing component to it. Look at that. Ho 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 ho! Yet another new discovery. This is awesome. Look at that. He's starving. He's got to get some calories for that healing, right? Ha 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 ha! What a nice little handy trick for Nezuko to have up her sleeve at this moment, right? Some may say a little too convenient, but I'm not going to yuck this wonderful yum I'm having here with this story. So, you know, I don't care. I like it. Now it's Uzui with his severed limb, his severed hand. His wife's worried about him. You can see the poison causing changes, the dark splotches on his skin. They don't know what to do about the demon poison. So is Nezuko going to give him a zap of healing too, or is he going to die? Like, I really feel like this story ends with Uzui dying, right? That's kind of where my expectations have been set. Oh, wow, threatening God to save him. The other surviving wife doesn't like to hear all this whining. Oh, all three wives survived. I thought one of them had, unfortunately met her demise during this battle. She's shoving rocks in her mouth. Try to shut her up by shoving a handful of gravels in your mouth. It is hard to complain with your mouth full of gravels, I guess. Oh, he can't even talk because the poison's kind of paralyzed his tongue. It looks like he's resigned to die, too. Oh, there's Nezuko. She's going to give him the old zap of healing like she gave to young Inosuke. It looks like she is. Of course, it's scaring his wives. They're freaking out. They don't know what's going on. But since we already saw it in motion with Inosuke, we know, look, good as new. Probably still short of hand, but good as new otherwise. So it healed the poison, but not like the wounds of the flesh, I guess you could say. So just the poison. That's good, because that would have been a little too much if she could just suddenly heal everything like a cleric in a D&D campaign. I like it. There's some limits to what she can do. Keeps the stakes up in the show, you know? Yeah, so he's just explaining it actually literally ignites the poison, though he's not exactly sure how it works, and sounds like she's not either. But boy, those purple fingers are really grossing me out. You need to splint those, wrap them up. I don't know if it'll help them heal or not, but at least I won't have to look at them if you wrap them up in some bandages. Oh, he's got to find the decapitated heads, huh? That's like how he knows. I still like how he's turned Nezuko into like his little pony to ride around because his knees are too weak to run. Uh, oh boy, everybody should have a sister so kind to carry around on their back. I like the idea that his knees aren't even weak anymore. He can walk just fine, but he's still just kind of making Nezuko carry him around, which has made all the funnier because she's in her smaller form as she's doing it. Oh, what is this? Oh, he collected the blood. I don't recall the blood collection device from before. Oh, there's a cat. They have a messenger cat? Oh, yeah, that's right. He needed to collect that blood to help hopefully look for a cure for Nezuko. Yes, I do remember some of this from season one. Whoa, and the cat just kind of evaporated. Little blood spray. And there he is, getting packed around on his little sister's back again. That'll never not be funny to me. I'm sorry. Just visually, it looks hilarious. He's even driving her like a mule. Go this way. Oh, wow. So who's this yelling? Oh, wow. So they're still talking even with their decapitated heads. Are they like that until the sun comes up? Oh, man. This is kind of worrisome that they're decapitated but still with it. But it looks like at least they don't have control over their bodies or the blood demon art. They're just simply conscious. I need that sun to hurry up and come up and dust these guys. You're blaming each other too. That's not very effective teamwork. Look at the juxtaposition of the brother and sister duo sticking by each other's side here, Nezuko and Tanjiro. And then we've got Gyutaro and Daki just at each other's throats if they still had throats. Metaphorically at each other's throats. It's the end, guys. Oh man, still calling her. What great last words to call your brother ugly. That seems very realistic among siblings. Oh, they're not actually related. Is that what she's saying? Or is that just what she's saying because he's ugly and she's beautiful? That they couldn't possibly be related. Now I want to know a bit more about their backstory. And this episode would be a key one to tell us all about this very sad, sympathetic backstory of the Upper Six, wouldn't it? Perhaps that is going to be the bulk of this episode. Because I'm kind of surprised we haven't learned more about them yet. Oh man, still just blaming each other in their last moments. And I'm absolutely ready for some insight here. I've had enough of the sadness of them flinging and hurling insults at each other. I just don't get it. But like I said before, I do love the juxtaposition in the relationship between Tanjiro and Nezuko and that of Daki and Gyutaro. Oh, he just goes and shuts him up. You're not going to say these untruths about how much you hate your sister as your last words. You're going to tell her you love her. You don't mean it. Man, Tanjiro and his empathy still coming out. Still finding ways to just impress me with like the depth of his humanity, I guess I would say, for lack of a better word. Pretty amazing. He is the character who represents empathy, like in everything. Oh man, this is so touching. Even though they're demons and everybody hates them, they still need to care about each other. And there she's dusting away. He wouldn't let Gyutaro say hateful words to her. She continues to dust away. Now she's yelling at Tanjiro here. Even confronted with her final seconds, still just being so defiant. Yeah, and she's angry. I can get it. I'd probably be angry too if my head was chopped off and I was aware of it for this long. There she goes. Bye-bye, Daki. Now he lets him scream out whatever he wants because there's nobody to hear. But Gyutaro's getting pretty quickly dusted too. Oh, so he gave us her real name, Ume, not Daki. Daki, I guess, her demon name. Umi, the family name. Here we go. Here we go. Now we're getting to see what I wanted to see. They were living in squalor there. I guess a parent died and left them. Some kind of sickness came through town. Oh, that was the disease, was Daki. Oh, man. Oh, Rashomon. You know the potential significance of that, like the Rashomon effect, the old Kurosawa film Rashomon. I think it was Kurosawa. Different points of view, getting a different story. That's a wonderful choice, if you ask me. Oh, wow. Mom just like weakly trying to beat him to death. But she looks like she was too weak from her own sickness to adequately kill him. And that explains why he's got this withered, sort of grotesque appearance. Oh man, look at everybody tormenting him, trying to chase him off. Saying that he was good for nothing, just mocking his ugliness. But look at the conditions in which he was born and lived to this point. Oh, he's got splotchy skin, bad teeth. He is absolutely a sympathetic character there, looking like that. Oh man, poorly groomed because his mom just didn't take care of him, didn't give him access to what he needed to keep himself clean. And where beauty is held in such high regard here in the entertainment district, he's treated like a monster, and he became a monster, right? I mean, that's sort of a theme here in a lot of the stories, but particularly Demon Slayer. You treat someone like a monster, then it's your fault when they become a monster. And that's where he got that scythe that became his blood sickle, his signature weapon. I like that. Eating a snake for sustenance. And then Ume, later to be known as Daki. Of course, she was the beautiful one, so that made him even more hated, more despised. He had even less of a place. But he was so proud of his little sister. Look at that, the first smile we've seen. We don't see the miserable Gyutaro that we've come pretty used to, like that wretch. There, he's like happy and he's finding an inner strength there. Even though he's skinny and withered up, he's like wiry, so he's good at fighting and he becomes a debt collector for what I guess must kind of be sort of an organized crime level position, I would imagine. And he starts to get proud of his ugliness here, like wearing it like a badge of honor. I can respect that. I think that's a nice move. But he no longer feels inferior because he has pride by proxy through his beautiful little sister. exploring a whole lot about the human condition here. So they got some financial security, they got some social standing now. They got rice, the big threes there. And what happened when she turned 13? They wanted her to go to work in a brothel, I guess. What's this? What happened? She killed somebody? Oh no! She stabbed a samurai in the eye. I guess. Oh my goodness. And she was burned alive. Holy crap! I was expecting a sympathetic backstory, but this is pretty brutal. Burned to a crisp, but still enough of her left alive to become a demon. I guess is when Muzan shows up and offers a solution, huh? Oh boy. And I bet Gyutaro's ready to go on a killing rampage across the whole district, right? Oh wow, he hates his sister. Oh. Oh, who's he collecting for? He's collecting for Muzan here. That's who he was collecting for when I said, oh, this is awesome. And there comes the samurai trying to kill the brother before he could avenge her death because he's got the blind eye. You know he's the one. The brother was considered dangerous. I get this. You get rid of him before he comes after you. Oh, wow. He got a little too violent in his collection methods, according to her. And I mean, just dealing with everything like a commodity. All she cares about at the end of the day is the money. He's getting ready to, whoa, look at that! Wow, Gyutaro, after that horrible blow to the back, still sprung out of the hole and got revenge. So that's where he got the kimono that he wears too, right? He's going to kill that samurai. He's going to take his life from him. And you can hear the voice now that he used as a demon coming out. So different from the first two voices we've heard in this flashback. Oh boy. So when does Muzan show up? Oh, I want to see how this kill goes down. I love how this show gets me to cheer for the demons. I mean, it does it time and time again. Has me rooting for the demons to get his revenge here, this horrible circumstance he found him in. Now, I don't know what the samurai did to get Ume to stab him in the eye, but something makes me think he did something to deserve it. I don't think she just did it because she's mean. I think he was asking for it. So, I guess now must be when they find Muzan. Just the two of them on their own. Horrible mother died. Oh man, the snow falling. I feel like his legs are going to get cold. Talking about like good luck and bad luck kind of running together and being intertwined, and you take the good with the bad, the ups with the downs. Oh, who's this? Showing up with this sympathetic look on his face. So it's another one of the upper six. So is this like, it says upper six there. Is this the previous upper six going in to join with them? So it's, a total of three. There's the belt entity plus the brother and the sister. Is this the true core of the upper six? Because I thought it was Muzan who would have created them. But yeah, this is the upper six. Came in just when they were at their angriest and maybe neediest. Oh man. And then there he is in his monstrous form. Oh, Gyutaro, who seizes and collects, held onto that from his human characteristics. But his one regret is that his sister got caught up in it all. He wishes Ume had a better way of life than he did. If he'd just gotten her into a better brothel. Oh man, now this is sad. All of his sadness towards what fate his sister had to have. He can accept it on himself. Wishes he could have managed to spare his little sister that fate. Again, a little bit of a parallel though with Tanjiro and Nezuko. Oh, blaming himself because he was left to raise her after their parents' death. Oh, taught her to take from them before they take from me. So he's blaming himself for the way she stood up for herself for whatever happened with that samurai. Oh, if he had taught her to be compliant. That's the wrong lesson to take away from this, Gyutaro. Kind of wouldn't mind seeing the scene where she stabbed him in the eye again. But he's looking at this different. If only he had taught her to be compliant instead of standing up for herself. That's a horrible, horrible thing for him to take away from it. But I also 100% get where he's coming from. He's got so much pity for his sister and her fate. Easy to blame yourself. Oh, so they're somewhere post-death. They're like in some limbo. Is this the first time we've seen demons in this limbo after being destroyed, after being slain? Are they there holding for potential rebirth? Is that where they're at? Oh, he's trying to lead her out of this limbo. But I don't know that he wants her to come out. Yeah, he's telling her, don't follow me, because he knows he's going back to that demon path. She might be better off here than back out in the demon world. Blaming himself for all the bad that's come to her without giving her her own agency. He just wants to walk away from her. He thinks she'd be better off alone than with her ugly brother. Oh, and here she's like being honest that she does care about him, which we knew that. He knew that. He probably thinks he deserves the insult she hurls at him because he feels so much like he let her down. Oh, man. That hurts, telling her she's not his sister. Where's he going? Yeah, he doesn't know where he's going, but he knows he's going towards the darkness, so she should go towards the light. Oh, but she won't let him go. She jumped on his back. Just like Nezuko carrying Tanjiro around on her back this episode, now Gyutaro has Umi or Daki, Ume or Daki on his back. Yeah, she is dedicating herself to staying by her brother and explaining her love and her attachment to him despite what he thinks or what he might think he or feel that he's responsible for. Oh, a nice scene with him just small in the corner and all this empty space. This negative. I like this a lot. Expressing the emotion in the void. Oh, she brought up a promise they made. Let's see what this promise was, to never leave each other alone. To always be there for one another, I'm sure. Yeah, together we can't be beat. Yep, there's the promise that we'll always be together. It's pretty easy to anticipate that was the promise, right? There he is, carrying her on this path into the flames. I guess this is it. This must be the void they spend time in before they're gone for good. Oh, the path of destruction. I guess this is the path to HE double hockey sticks. The flames are all around them, but they're not being consumed. But they're ashing away. That must be what was happening in the moment that those ashes are dissipating. You go into these metaphorical flames, this physical form, back on Earth outside the void. But look at those. The embers are like glowing this greenish, bluish color and going up to rejoin with the cosmos so that your molecules get mixed back into the soul soup from which we all, are reborn. Nezuko gave him a nod on that. Some beautiful circle of demon life going on there. Oh, and who's this with the... Oh, they're back with the Hashira? So is he going to retire now? Is he going to get to live out his dream of retirement with his 3 wives? There's that snake Hashira. Oh, man. And they're all kind of like not exactly happy about it. You could have shown up in time to fight, I think is what they're implying here. Oh, man. I didn't realize he lost his hand and eye on the same side. Oh, whoa. He's already asked him about getting back to work. You know that's what bosses are like. That's exactly what bosses are like. Yeah, you got your hand cut off. You got your eye poked out, but we need you to cover on Monday. Can you make sure you're here on Monday? But no, he's retiring. He's getting too old for this, you know what. Oh man, a lot of people dying. The fighting's really brewing. Something big is on the horizon. Throwing all these insults at Uzui, even after he's just defeated the upper six. Oh, is he trying to say let's push Tanjiro? Because the snake Hashira hates Tanjiro. But he's talking about pushing Tanjiro up into that open Hashira spot. He says, no way! But come on, Tanjiro's the man for the job. There's nothing says I'm ready to be a Hashira, like riding on my little sister piggyback style. Oh, I love it. I think from here on out, that needs to be his primary means of conveyance, at least when the sun's not up, is to ride on the back of Nezuko everywhere he goes. As if she's like a rickshaw without the rickshaw, just the driver. Oh man, this leader's getting sicker and sicker. This Master Kagaya. I guess he's been around for at least 100 years. But he senses something's coming to a head, something's changing. Something up on the horizon. Man, coughing up that blood though, that's no good. Fate's about to take a dramatic turn. And you know why? Because we got the sun breathing back on the scene, right? Oh man, he looks so rough there. It looks like he's having some severe poisoning, right? Does he have this very slow, long-acting demon poisoning? Is that why his face looks like that? He's coughing up the blood. Oh, but he says this is the generation that will defeat Muzan. Kazijitsi? I can't remember his name. Oh man, I hope he's not dying right now. It looks like this might be his... Uh-oh. It just says upper. Oh, upper 3. Is it Akuza? Are we going to see what he can do? It just said upper, but it looks like upper 3 to me. Of course, we got a nice slow buffer now that something really cool has happened. Let's make sure all that tension dies, Funimation, before I see what the heck you're going to show me here. In fact, why don't you just buffer enough so you skip clean over it and I have to rewatch it? That's what I've come to expect. All right, I skipped over it. So I guess it... Whoa, there's the musical instrument that Zenitsu is so good at playing. Did you see that? Somebody strung the string on that. And here we see Uzui getting carried off by his wives into retirement. Lord Tengen. You know, he's badly battered, but still alive. It looks like he's going into that dream retirement he promised after defeating an upper level. And I fully expected him to die. I did not expect him to survive this ordeal in the entertainment district. I thought it was going to be kind of a Rengoku sort of thing. Oh, what's this? Is that Zenitsu screaming about something? He looks like he's, I guess, still in pain from all of his fighting now that he's come out of his trance. They're just all glad. Those are tears of joy that all 4 of them survived. They all survived this horrible ordeal with an upper rank. Is Nezuko carried all 3 of them now? Are they also sore the chance to carry all 3 of them on their back? I love this, the tears of joy that they're all alive. All commiserating here. And you know, the episode did so great and it's just falling apart at the end on the streaming quality. But here are those ending credits. I don't know if they're going to give us a little something like a nin-nin at the end or something to tell us about which arc is coming next. But overall, I really enjoyed this arc. I mean, the biggest things to me, you know, now that it's all said and done, I've seen it from beginning to end, soup to nuts, whatever you want to say. The biggest was the action. It had 2 great action episodes. I mean, episode 6, where we got to see Nezuko take on this new form with the single horn coming out of her head. That was amazing. And then episode 8 just had beautiful visual imagery to go along with the fighting. They've kept up the animation quality. You know, this to me looks every bit as good as the Mugen Train movie did, which is a pretty impressive feat to keep that movie quality animation going on in your episodic production. But I loved it. Happy with it totally. The ending worked. I love the backstory on the brother and sister that comprised the upper 6. Kind of feel like there's still maybe more to their story out there. Of course, we see the upper 3, Akuza, I think was his name. The one who, of course, fought Rengoku at the end of Mugen Train. We see him show back up, and we know there's a bit of a grudge there between he and Tanjiro. So is he going to be showing back up in the next arc? Muzan, almost completely absent here in this arc. I mean, he shows up at a few key moments, but operating from the shadows as a good, creepy demon overlord should, right? So I don't know exactly which arc we're going to get next. I have no idea how long we're going to have to wait. I imagine it's going to be a little while, but man, I had so much joy from this arc. I'm going to enjoy going back and watching through it again. And I think with that, I'm just going to say that I'm proud of you for watching anime, and I'll talk to you again soon.
I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who supports the channel on Patreon. It really means a lot to me. If you might be interested in Patreon perks like early access to videos, uncut reaction videos, ad-free videos, and the opportunity to vote on which anime will be covered in the future, then click on the link in the video description. Thank you.